Today we're going to explore the Texas Canyon Caves. We're just going to make our way to this gate entrance to the Texas Canyon Caves. And one thing you're going to notice along this trail is the lush green mountains and the paved paths along the side. There are other hikers on this trail, but they're not just hikers. These are rock climbers. So we're just going to take a few minutes to soak in the views as we make our way down the canyon. And right there is the Texas Canyon Rock. That is what we're trying to get to. So there isn't a whole lot of elevation gain on this hike, but there is a little. So there's going to be a wide path, but we're going to merge onto the right side and it's going to narrow down. And that's the path that will take us down to the Texas Canyon Rock. And as we make our way down this path, you're going to notice the rock get bigger and bigger. Alright, so this is one of the first caves that we're going to notice along the trail. It's a pretty small one. So as you make your way down this small little cave right here, just try to be careful as there's a steep drop off right there. Alright, now we're going to continue on to the Texas Canyon Rock. So I'm not going to get into too much of the details on the directions to this hike, as it's pretty straightforward. Once you see the rock, you're pretty much there. After that, it's pretty much about you exploring the rock formations and the caves and the holes inside this giant rock. So we're going to just check out the smaller cave on the left side of the rock. So just take your time as you make your way up these caves. So this is actually the bigger cave. So when you make your way up here, you're just going to realize the size and how big it actually is. And just throughout this entire hike, you're just going to notice a lot of this lush mountains and plenty of boulders surrounding this trail. So we're just going to go down that path, and we're going to see how far that path actually goes. And there's a little cave right there and another one. We will actually go back to the one on the far left later on. But for now, we're just going to kind of explore a little bit, see what's around this cave or this giant rock formation. So right now there's a path. We'll see where that path actually takes us to. So just be careful. Try not to touch any of the plants. And watch out for rattlesnakes. And up there, there's just more rock formations, as you can see. And that's it right there. The one behind me, and that little one over there, and that medium-sized one right there. And you'll even get some awesome views once you make your way down the end of that path, which pretty much ends right here at this point. But we're just going to go ahead and go back around to the Texas Canyon Rock to see what else the large rock formation has to offer us. So this trail is somewhat of a desert climate. So if you're going to do this hike in the summer, just make sure to wear short sleeves and bring plenty of water. We're just going to make our way up to these stair steps, and this is actually next to the Texas Canyon Rock formation. So up there's a narrow between two rocks, and right there you could just kind of see it a little bit more. And I'm going to get closer to it right now just to kind of give you guys a better idea of what it actually looks like. But there's also a little bench on the side right there that you could just get to if you want to eat some rest or something. But here it is. This is actually the narrow between these two massive boulders. So now we're going to go back up these stair steps on the side, which is on the far right side of that section right there. And one thing you're going to notice as you make your way up these stairs is there's a lot of rock climbers who actually climb this rock. Unfortunately, I can't do the rock climbing today as I don't have a harness. But I will go through this hike and show you a lot of these caves inside of this massive rock. And here's another one. It's a smaller one right here. So, as you can see, I could barely fit inside of it, but it's still pretty cool, actually. I'm just going to go back around. We're going to go down a little bit more to see what's around this section right here. So that bottom part actually just takes you to the back to the front where that large cave was at. And there's another little cave down there. And right there you could see another narrow between these two massive boulders right there. All right, so there's some shade on this hike, but not a whole lot. And just be very careful when you're actually going around this rock, as the sand is very slippery and you could slip and you could fall. So just remember to take your time as you make your way around this rock. And just more views of the canyon. So we're just going to make our way up this massive boulder. And once you get up to this massive boulder, it's just more views of the landscape surrounding these massive rock formations. We're going to go back down to where we came from. And this is actually the front. This is the far left side I was telling you about earlier. And here's the cave. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.